Hi everyone, I hope you're doing great today. For those that don't know me, I am Janae Adams. I am an international speaker who speaks all over the world about personal finance, helping people be able to get their finances on track so that they can live their dreams. Now this week I'm actually heading to New York. I'm heading to New York for a conference that deals with first generation students and first generation students who may be limited income as well. And my passion around these students has to do with what their future holds. I want to make sure that they're in a position to be able to build wealth in the future. And not only build wealth, but be able to live a life that they never could even dream of, that their dreams actually become reality. And of course, getting to college is the first step for them, and who I'm going to speak to, those advisors that are over them, those directors that are over them, that is their goal. Their goal is to get these students to a college, whether it's a 2-year or a 4-year, and get them their secondary education. My purpose is to make sure that not only that they financially get into college, but that they are able to make it across the graduation stage. There's so many students, whether they're first generation, limited income or not, that can get into college, but they can't financially stay there. All of them can do the work. So it's never about their intelligence. It's never about their worth ethic. It's about their finances. And so what my program does is help these students get across the stage. Now you're probably thinking, well, I don't have to worry about that. I don't deal with these students. I don't have to worry about them in my future. But you do. And that's another part of my mission. I know that every one of us was a student before, whether it was high school or college, and eventually we came out into the real world. And that's what I'm preparing these students for this week as well, is when I go and speak before them in the future, that they are going to be prepared when they step into your corporation, when they step into your nonprofit, when they step into your community or your city. And so their finances has to do with you, because believe it or not, when they step into your company, they have tens of thousands of student loan debt and they don't know how to pay it off. And in addition, they have their apartment rent and their bills and their health insurance, whatever it may be. Guess what? They're not going to be focused on your work at your company. And what does that do? That brings down your productivity and your profits. So these students that I'm going to be speaking to over the next year, and who I've been speaking to over the years, they have their finances can make a dent, a bad dent into your company's profits. And so that's why a lot of times companies bring me in to speak to their new hires, especially those that have student loan debt coming out of college. They bring me in to make sure that they can get on track financially so that they can pay their student loan debt off quickly and get focused at work each and every day and make a difference, increase productivity, increase profits. For those of you who are at a nonprofit, it's pretty much the same thing. If they're worrying about their student loans, how can they focus on whatever your mission that's in your nonprofit, or helping you to raise money? They can't, because they're focused on their own thing, on their own finances. Also, for those of you who are in city government or state government or federal government, these young people eventually will be in your ecosystem, and you may want in your city more entrepreneurs. Well, I promise you, student loan debt or debt in general pretty much puts a stop on entrepreneurship. There's no way that I would have my business if I was still in that $50,000 of debt. I had to pay that debt off in the 2 years that I did so that I could start my business. And so if you're in a city, you're a mayor, you're on city council, and you want to increase entrepreneurship, guess what? That can't be done unless these young people's finances are under control. The same thing with those that are in certain communities, and you want people to be able to move in and increase your house values and so forth. They can't pay those house values, and guess what? So they keep renting, and your house value continues to go down because no one's coming to buy at those prices. So trust me, everyone is affected by the finances of these young people that I am going to New York this week to basically talk about and to help with. So just remember that going forward, that everybody's finances affects everybody. And so you can't say it doesn't matter that you don't have a child or a grandchild or a niece or a nephew or whatever, and you don't have someone going to college, you can say it doesn't bother me, it's not going to affect me, because if you work in a corporation, a nonprofit, live in a city, live in a state, live in a country, guess what? These young people's finances are going to affect you some way, somehow, if they're not put on the right track. So I just wanted to share that with you all, that guess what? The other people's finances do affect you, and hopefully, as I speak to these students over the next year, because that's what I'm working on, is my speaking engagements for next year and the programs that I'm coming out with, including the new academy. That is what I'm going to be helping them with. I'm helping them be prepared financially for when they come to your corporation or to your nonprofit or to your city, so that they can be valuable to you and also in turn be valuable to themselves with the accomplishments that they have. Okay, now if you have any comments about this video or want to share anything, make sure to put it in the post below. If you have any questions for me, make sure to DM me or put it in the post below as well. And those of you who have been reaching out about getting on my calendar for speaking, you can also continue to DM me. My team is going to get back to you, or you can email us at the website that is in the post. All right, so I hope everybody has a great rest of the week. And for those of you who will be in New York that I will see you all soon.